it's me, xCanadensis. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post new doll and toy related videos multiple times every week. And today, we got a new blind box series. I have been tracking this release as closely as I could without spoiling the dolls too much for myself. This is the 10,000 Escape Plans ball jointed doll series. These are from a Chinese doll company that it's Jidong something Shi. I don't believe that I have any dolls from this company before, so these are totally new for me, and I'm really excited to share them with you because I think you guys are gonna like these. And as always, I want to say a huge thank you to Kikagoods for providing me this doll set for review for this video. I always love working with them. They are really cool. We'll talk about them more later on in this video. So, without further ado, let's just get started unboxing this doll set. So, this is what they look like, and I have never wanted the secret doll more badly than I do this time. Look at her. This is amazing. So, very simple packaging. Doesn't tell us the story or anything, but there are QR codes that should lead me to different places. And I really love the pixel art. It's just gorgeous. And I hope that the cards have that sort of art too. When you order a full 6 set from Kikagoods, they actually give you the shipper box. So if you like this sort of thing, especially if you want to keep like this little artwork, or if you want to make it like a little display box, you get the opportunity to do that, and I think that's really cool. And this set blew me away, by the way, because I was just planning on buying these myself, then Kikagoods reached out. These were $20 each. I think it's 22 something, but they're $20 each. You get like a small discount, I believe, if you buy the full set. That is so cheap, and you're gonna see why I think that. These dolls are huge. But anyway, let's just actually get into unboxing them. Oh, they come in this really cute packaging that, wow, oh my god, kind of reminds me of a video game box, just because of the size and everything. That's what it looks like, and let's just unbox her. So, our first one, oh no, we have unsatisfying tear strips. That's okay, I'll just rip the box. So who we got? These are so cute. So, the reason I said I thought you guys would like these more is because these are a bit older than a lot of the other ones. The other ones have that like chibi, younger looking art style, but these are closer to the age of most fashion dolls, and I've been very curious about that because not a lot of the Chinese BJDs do that, and this is a really cute doll so far. I can't wait to see what the clothing is like because I've been like, when I looked at pictures of these, I tried to just not looking, looks a little bit not looking. Really cute. Alrighty. It looks like we have a face for inset eyes. Did they come with, is that a thing? She comes with mounting putty, which I assume is for the inset eyes. What? That is mind-blowing if they come with both. She also has these cute little shoes, a set of hands. I'm so confused about the eye thing. It looks like she comes with a Game Boy. And for clothing, is it just a head for inset eyes in case I get my own? I don't know. And this is Unclouded Moon. The card actually translates it for us. And it's the character art that's on the packaging. I was hoping for more pixel art, but it's okay. I am so confused right now. I don't think they come with, like, resin eyes to put in the head, but they come with a inset eye head. It's really interesting. I don't know. Anyway, next we'll unbox this one, whoever this might... Oh, thank God. Okay, the tear strip worked. Looks like we got the cute blue-haired one. Ah! Okay, so I'm relieved these don't have a bunch of tape like some of the other ones did. Oh, okay, I see why she fell apart last time. There's this to keep her face from getting scuffed or anything. Wow, I really like the faces on these. They are so unique. I've never seen a doll that looks quite like this. Look at them. And the stringing on this one was a little off, so I just pulled her a little bit when I unboxed her and it was good, but this one is very tight and moves very well, so that's good. Also, if you're not familiar with my videos and you just want to see these dolls up close, although I will be putting little up close bits as I unbox these so that the people watching the unboxing can enjoy seeing the cute dolls as well. I do a close-up, in-depth, like very lengthy review where you guys get to see these in like HD at the end of the video. Or it's not the end, it's like the middle. So just skip around. You can use the timestamps below to do so. Inset eyes head. I'm so curious about this. I don't have any inset eyes at that size, but I guess I'll buy some. Hands, a lot of hands, very impressive. Oh, she comes with, I guess she's like a nurse. She comes with a little syringe. And then we have her mounting putty, I guess, and her card with her artwork. So this is Moonlight Sleep. She's a little bit terrifying when she's got the nurse vibe going on. I was gonna be so cool to catch that thing. Okay, next we have, there. This one. So it looks like we got, ooh, I'm excited. Yeah, the long gray hair. So I'm very curious how the long hair is going to impact the articulation on a doll of this sort of scale. Oh my god, the hair is so cool. Okay, let me get that out. I will say one of my first impressions is that the way the hair snaps together is a little loose. So I think if you were carrying this doll around in public, you'd have to be pretty careful because it does pop out a little bit easier than I think it should. Oh, wow. This might be my favorite one so far. Oh, I love, she has a little skull in her eye. I just realized I think they all have little symbols in their eyes, which we'll get to when we get up close later on. I'm realizing too that unfortunately these all have the same skin tone except for the demon one. I understand why. It's China, it's a different dynamic than here, but I really, really wish they would, especially because a lot of these early BJDs that were coming out had different skin tones. And even if it was just one or two, or not one, even if it was just two or even three, that was still something. And before you comment that China does not have people with darker skin tone, that's just not true. Even the like dominant, I almost thought those were slightly different. Even the dominant ethnic group, I guess, the Han Chinese, are darker than this usually. This one's outfit looks really, really cool. And we've got more hands. She comes with a little cross, or is that supposed to be on the headphones? I don't know. Oh, it's a hairpiece. I guess use the mounting putty. And she has these cat ear headphones. And then her outfit, or this is her art. So it says Quiet Wilderness is this one's name. Okay, next. Okay. I love when it works. Okay, we have one with red hair. I think it's the titular one. Or no, never mind. Pink hair is the titular one. Well, the first one. Yeah. Oh, the demon one is white hair. I was like, for nothing. Okay. So she has a side ponytail. Wow. These hairstyles are so cool. Also, she has heterochromia. These designs are so fun. So here she is. She has bunny ears and what is this? I guess that's the barrette for her hair. Mounting putty for eyes. It's nice that they come with the mounting putty, but you'd think like I would probably not have the eyes. I would have the mounting putty, or it's easier for me to get a hold of mounting putty than it is eyes. We have the shoes, but regardless, it's nice that they came with the extra head and stuff because they could have just sold that separately. And I love the amount of hands that they come with. I can't wait to see how they function. And it looks like they come with an extra neck joint maybe too. Outfit looks great. It's very cute. Okay, that one might end up being my favorite outfit. I don't know. It's one of those little butterfly tops. This is xCanadensis. I don't know what that means. I'm trying. Anyway, next. Oh my god, that was amazing. Okay. We have pink hair. So this is the title, This Girl. Why was I looking at the top of the box when it was right here? Yay. So this character, oh, she has hearts in her eyes. Okay. See, so there's kind of a loose connection, and it's really easy to put it all back on, but I would worry because if you were playing with these or say taking them out for photography or something, that could be a problem. Little heart. I think that's really cute that they did a heart. But if that's coming at the expense of it actually functioning well, then that's a problem. But once it's on pretty good. But if you were to bump it or anything, it starts to not be on super good. But oh my god, they're so cute. I love these. Look at her little face. I love hard eyes. I'm a sucker for the hard eyes. Oh, she has 2 different colored shoes. She has a little heart barrette for her hair. Hands. I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing of the outfits. Like is that a cat ear? Oh my god, there's cat ear headband. There seems to be a little like coffin purse or something in there. I think it's a little like felt bag. And then, oh, I found a white cross. Is that for her? Yeah, it's for her. It must have fallen out of the bag that it was in. Mounting putty. And her little head. And then there's the artwork. So this is Awakening from Drunkenness. See, but her Chinese name is 2 characters. And I'm wondering if that actually meant drunkenness or if it just meant like a daze. I'll look into that. I don't know. Okay, next we have the last one. So this is either the really cute yellow color scheme one, which I really like. Okay, or the demon girl. So what do we think? I'll close my eyes for this. Oh, thank goodness the tear strip actually worked this time. Okay, I'll show you guys first if I can. What is it? 1, 2. It's the yellow one. Yeah, figured, but one time I did get the secret one. So it is possible. Okay, so here she is. Oh my god, she has fur accessories. And I'm loving her hairstyle. Okay. I'm very curious who's gonna be my favorite when they're all dressed. This is probably actually my favorite one now that everybody's like out of the packaging. I really love the yellow with the blue in the hair. Her face is really cute too. She has a star in her eye. And the face shape is just so cute. Oh, this is darling. Okay. Then we have little sunglasses with cat ears. The mounting putty is going to be very useful. I see why they come with it now. It's not, I don't think it's for the resin eyes, but it is so thoughtful that they come with a resin eyes head, but it doesn't have any paint. So I'm so curious what it says about that in the like, oh, these didn't come with any kind of instructions actually, but a lot of these online, like on the sales pages and on Kikagoods, they have this too, but this is a thing for a lot of Chinese products. Basically any Chinese products that are like for sale on the Chinese market. They have this really cool like infographic advertisement thing. I really love it, and Kikagoods translates it, and that is unbelievably appreciated. Because I do a lot of archival stuff with these sorts of things, and having it translated into English for me pretty well is so helpful. Hands. Ooh, god, these outfits are so... I can't believe the price of these. I'm wondering if there's going to be a drawback. We'll see. And this one's name is Star Picking. Star Picking. And it says, the uninhabited city, the intoxicating night, and the wilderness filled the streets. Crossing the stars is a gilded free night. Do they all say the same thing? They don't. They all have some sort of little poem. The gods allow me to break away from love. Interesting. Okay, well, we will read those later. So now I have to dress all these dolls. If you want to see me dress the dolls, I'm going to upload them as shorts, kind of just scattered throughout, because dressing them on camera is stressful, but if I do it as like a time lapse, it's less stressful. But dressing dolls is not my favorite thing to do. It's kind of hard, and it makes me scared I'm gonna hurt the doll or the clothes. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the flip side. All of our dolls are dressed up and looking adorable, and before we get started on the review portion of this video, I'd like to give a special thank you to the reason this video is possible, Kikagoods. Kikagoods is an online shopping service located in China that can help you get a hold of really cool Chinese products all around the world. They ship basically anywhere, and I have really enjoyed the products and their selection, and I've bought from them multiple times as well, and it's always a wonderful experience. So I'm very excited to tell you guys about the big sale that they have going on right now. So in the effort of not accidentally saying something wrong, I've confirmed with them, and I will be putting pictures on the screen right now with all of the different codes to use. I do not earn any money from this. I have a code that you could use, but you should be using these Halloween event codes because they will save you more money. As you can see in the pictures, this event does end at the beginning of November at some point, so make sure you pay attention to that. And these sales are really impressive, actually. I'm probably going to use them as well to get a hold of some dolls that I don't have yet. I am always so grateful to Kikagoods for working with me so that I can do more videos like this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one. Guys, before we get into the close-up reviews of each of these dolls, I'd like to talk about some of the issues that I had with them as they apply to everybody, and I feel like this would just be the best place to do it as opposed to putting it at the end. So just to get this out of the way now, all of my complaints are just looking at the doll itself and things that I think other consumers would want to know. I will say that these dolls are an excellent value no matter how they look at that. They retail on the Kikagoods website, so other sources might have different prices, look into it, for $22. That is an incredible bargain, and I really prefer shopping on Kikagoods. I did receive these dolls for free to make this video. I have bought from them before, and I've always chosen them when I buy Chinese ball jointed dolls because I find that their shipping and a lot of their deals are really, really good. I usually have a code that you guys can use, but if you watched the last part of this video, they're actually running a really good Halloween promotion right now. So if you are looking into getting into Chinese collector ball jointed dolls or any other type of art toy, now is actually a pretty good time to do it. I will say I would not recommend these dolls as your first ball jointed doll or even your first doll. I just wouldn't. I don't think that they would be good for that. I think they're great if you are more experienced and you know kind of how to fix them and how to tweak them a little bit to make them work for you. But if these are your first ones or you're not super experienced with them, these are going to drive you crazy. There's a lot of accessories that require the use of this putty stuff, and this is cool. And I appreciate that there's really cool accessories like that you can take off if you want to. But certain accessories, like these sunglasses, for example, you have to bend them to the head to get them to stay on with the putty. And that just doesn't function in reality because they're a straight piece of plastic. So, of course, they're always going to want to get back to their original form. And putty is just not strong enough. I'm also noticing that there are now scratches on the paint from this. I assume it's the paint rubbing off of this, not scratches, but still, like, that's not fun. I actually just noticed that. Also, some of the accessories, like the bone necklace here and the little cross on this character's ear, did pop off while I was dressing them because they were just attached with something like hot glue. It might not have been hot glue. Maybe it was E6000, but it just, no, not good. Also, another big issue that is affecting all of these across the board is that the stringing is not tight enough. I'm going to tighten it. I think the jointing is actually done very well, but every time I try to do a pose, I have to fight. Well, not every time. Like, the legs work pretty well, but I've noticed when the arms in particular are just not strung properly. So when I put on the jackets or the long sleeves, or when I try to hit a pose with the arms, they just flop. They don't want to cooperate, and I really have to play with them a lot. So the way you kind of can tighten limbs without having to go in and restring is by kind of pulling around and seeing if you can get the string to be distributed right, and then usually you can fix it like that. But some of them, that is not working, so clearly they were just not strung properly. So if you're newer to ball jointed dolls, I don't think that that would be a great experience for you. Okay, all of that out of the way, let's get into the actual reviews because I am actually extremely impressed with these dolls, especially for the price. All right, y'all, it is time for the articulation showcase. Also, before I start, I want to make sure I don't forget, the shoes stain the feet, so be mindful of that. I'm sure that will come off fairly easily, but that's weird and annoying. Anyway, the articulation on these dolls is very impressive, but I will say that I think they need a restringing. The reason I'm showing them as they are, and I'm going to talk about it before any restringing occurs, is because I want to show the doll as you would receive her, okay? To restring, you got to take her apart and then basically like retie these knots. You don't have to fully restring, you would just tighten the strings. So you'd have to fully take her apart. I'm scared, but I'm going to learn to do it because I really like these dolls and I want to be able to play with them better. But as you can see, the stringing is very loose for a brand new doll, and it'll get looser over time too, so it definitely needs to be tightened. Anyways, let me show you how all of the different joints work. So her head joint leaves a lot to be desired. This is kind of a thing with most of these dolls because they have the interchangeable heads. The articulation isn't always the best, and it especially doesn't hold its pose the best. Like, I can do this, but will it hold? Not really. Or like, I can get her to look up, but it's hard to get it to hold. You can kind of trick it like that, but then the neck is weirdly long and loose as well, so yeah. Then you have the chest joint. I love these chest joints. Do they do a whole lot as they are? Not really, but you can really get crazy poses. Obviously, you'd cover this up with clothing by pulling them out of the joint and then hooking them on the edge. I do think this is something you were kind of supposed to do. Like, look at that, a slouch. But I didn't really know about it until I just kind of was playing around with these dolls and figured it out. And it really helps you get some really dynamic and cool poses. Then you have these little sit joints, which, okay, on most BJDs, these function, but they'll tend to want to, like, not sit. They'll pull themselves out of the sit. But this doll has something unique. in the form of this metal bar in here. So if you want her to sit, you pull the metal bar out and voila. I don't know if that's the point of the metal bar, but I think it is, and it makes it work amazing. And then she also has one, I believe, in the knee. Yeah. So in the top of the knee and the bottom, there is also a little metal bar. So the legs articulate really well. You can get some crazy poses that you cannot achieve with other dolls. So if I really were to play around with this, I could probably get my beloved kneeling pose where you have the legs to the chest, which is something I have actually like never achieved with a doll before. And if I can pull that off with these, look at that. I think with some creativity, I could actually get this to work. The little bar is a little long in this leg for some reason. It's not in the other one, so I probably should just cut that one. But look, if I were to cut that bar, just the one, she would absolutely be able to achieve my dream pose in doll form. Having a doll on display with this pose would be amazing. This is just how I sit every day, by the way. Like, this is just how I sit. So I've always wanted a doll that could do that because it's, like, my baseline of how I am. But anyway, really natural, good poses that you can't always get with strung dolls in the sitting position because the strings just have a tendency to want to pop out. The double jointed knees work great too. As they are, they work great, but you can also hyperextend by like pulling them out a little bit more. And then with these little metal bars that are in place, you can play around with them even more, I'm sure, to get the full mobility of a human. It's great. And then the feet, totally fine. No issues there. There is this little thing here to help it kind of stay in place, I guess, when it's fully upright. I'm not really confident about what that does. But yeah, so I do have an issue with the legs though, and it has to do with the stylization, I guess, just what they were going for. It's just something I personally am not as big of a fan of. The legs are specifically sculpted to only look correct if you do a very, very specific standing pose. When the doll is sitting or like laying down or something, it's not as obvious, so it's not a big deal. But in the standing position, unless you have her legs like this, because for example, if I try to like it doesn't work, unfortunately. So I see what they were going for and it is cute, but this would be better for a doll that doesn't have articulation. Anyway, I saved the arms for last because they're the ones that are frustrating me the most, and it's mostly because of the stringing. But several of these dolls have long sleeves, which makes this even worse that they're so loose. So as you can see, they just don't hold. Now, I do have a trick that helps with this issue. So pull out, and then you're going to have it be super loose. Then pull each joint. Yeah, there we go. Now it's tighter. But this is going to come loose basically immediately, so yeah. And you have to sacrifice certain joints to get it to actually work. But the jointed, like the joints and the way they're carved and everything is great, but something about the stringing is just not cooperating. And I think it's just that they're loose. And this isn't just one of them that I'm complaining about. It's all of them. It is every single one. I think I have one that is not bugging me, but it's just slightly less bad. Oh, we lost the light. Anyway, the mobility is great though. You can get really good posing if it would actually hold, but if you pull the arm out of the joint, you can get, look at that. Yes, it's actually holding. So this is what's telling me that it's 100% a stringing issue, because that's like tighter than it would have been. Actually, this side is great. Are both of the arms strung on the same thing? So this arm being loose makes this one tight. Is it something like that? Probably. But yeah, you can definitely get some cool poses. This is just frustrating that they're not being done correctly in the factory. Sorry, I'm really harping on that, but it is important in my opinion. Okay, so that's the articulation. While you're here, and before we get into the individual reviews, these are all of the accessories that the dolls come with. They come with these little pegs. I don't know what they're for yet. They come with middle finger hands, which I didn't notice. I did not put them on any dolls because I didn't realize they came with those. These are awesome. Also, excuse all the little fuzzies on my desk. That's from the little leg warmers. Those are so cute. And then we've got these little grabbing hands. Peace sign hands. Cute. Pointing hands. The regular hands that come on the actual doll, and these little hands that form a heart. These are pretty hard to use because of the stringing issue that I talked about earlier, but they are super, super cute and really well done. And yeah, so that is 12 total pairs of hands. Oh my god, 12 pairs of hands total, you can see. 6 pairs, but there's only 10 in the actual bag because 2 of them come on the doll. So yeah. And also each doll does come with a little card that has individual information about each one's little story. Our first doll for close-up review is Unclouded Moon, and her little backstory says, gazing closely like drowning in the deep sea, the black fur gathers a dazzling sight, come freely like the crowd below. At this point, I am myself and will never be trapped in worldly thorns. I think maybe these are poems. So yeah, that's your background. And here she is. She is so cute. I'm always going to be biased towards cat characters. So let's start off, I know this is a little weird, but by taking off her head so that we can actually get a close-up look at what the paint looks like. You may notice that the paint on the accessories, such as the head, like the hair, kind of rubs off. So you might want to be mindful of that, because I've only had that hair on for, like 10 minutes. But anyway, you can see this really cool little spider web in her eye, but it's only in the eye that actually shows because the other one is mostly covered. And you'll see that on a lot of the different dolls. She's got eyebrows and these really long eyelids, and the paint is really well done. It's not shiny, like this is directly in my ring light and you can barely see any shine, which I love. And she has a simple facial expression. They all have the same one. I wish that they didn't, but it is a cute one regardless, so it's fine. Now that our doll is put back together, let's take a look at her accessories, starting out with this really cute headband. So as you can see, it's a ribbon with elastic and this really cool, like, pleated piece or gathered. I love it. It looks so, so cute. And the cat ears are actually these big plastic pieces and they look to be glued on. So be mindful of that because this little piece was also glued on and popped right off. So they might come off, so be careful while you dress your doll. This one I just attached with that mounting putty that she came with, and it was no big deal. Oh, well, I didn't even... Okay, so be careful of that. There definitely are things with these dolls that I think the design is great, but there's some things that weren't necessarily considered, like gluing these on was not the right choice. Anyway, her hairstyle is very simple but very cute. She has a bob with some longer pieces in the front, and these two simple little purple streaks. And, oh, sorry, three purple streaks. And you can see that this plastic, or the paint, I don't know what it is, shows weird marks and scratches really badly. So that is also something to be a little bit careful of. It kind of reminds me of the material Nendoroids are made out of, but they don't show scratches as bad. So I don't really know what that's about. Anyway, that's what her face looks like with the hair. Super, super cute. She also comes with one of my favorite outfit pieces in the entire set. I mean, I'm probably going to say that a lot, but look how cute this shirt is. So it is a sweater with the shoulders kind of cropped off, and then it's got these cool little straps that are sewn on. I love the little hardware pieces on the outfit, and they are cold to the touch, so they're at least partially metal. And she has this really cool heart motif ironed on here, and these bat wings are embroidered to have the design on them, and they even are hemmed, or at least embroider hemmed, I guess. That is so, so nice. They are not detailed on the back, though. She does have this little crossed bandage situation here on the arm, and I really like that they put accessories on the arms and on the leg warmers and stuff like that. It's just an attention to detail that I really appreciate. I think the clothing is definitely one of the strongest things about this doll line. Her skirt from the back looks like this. You can see the little chain attachment, and the skirt is pleated with a printed kind of plaid look to it, and this really cute plastic chain, and this belt is actually a pleather material, which is really cool, and these are pleather too. And it's also got hardware in the form of a little heart as the belt buckle, and we'll get to her Game Boy in a second. Her leg warmers have a little cat there, and it is supposed to be crooked like that, and a little cross there, and then these little like simulated laces, and her shoes are purple with lighter purple straps and then painted on buckles. And there's a lot of painted details to most of the shoes on these dolls, which I really appreciate because the majority of them are covered by leg warmers or long pants. In fact, I think all of them are, so it's pretty cool. All but one. I just looked. Anyway, she also comes with this Game Boy. I used the mounting putty to attach it to her hand, but I will take it off now so that we can actually take a look at the details, because look how realistic this thing is. There is no game in there, though. But look how cool. And then there's the front. I mean, it's shaped perfect. It's even got the little rounded corner. So here she is all together. I think she's a really, really cute doll, and I have the least problems with things going wrong with her, other than that cat ear almost peeling off. Oh my goodness. But anyway, super, super cute. But we were moving on now to... I dropped something. Moonlight Sleep. So her little poem says, I prescribed myself a moonlit prescription for the rampant insomnia lesions. Insomnia lesions goes extremely hard. Anyway, oops, she tried to fall. These dolls do stand pretty well on their own, but you have to be careful. Anyway, this is her. So she has a puppy/nurse theme, which I love. I'll get to this, it's not cooperating, but I wanted to show you this really cute accessory that she comes with. So it is a syringe, and it's just straight up a real syringe, like it has the discard after use on it. So obviously don't use it, it's not sanitized or anything, but it's so cute. So it has this little plush glued onto it with a cross, a little pillow with a really cute trim, and then these are so soft. This is a really nice fabric. And then this is mounting putty, which she did come with, which I was using to have her hold her little syringe thingy. So here you go. Okay, so now I'm going to take off her hair so that we can take a better look at her face. So this is what our doll's face looks like, and as you can see, she has a little cross in one of her eyes, but otherwise there's nothing too crazy going on. The faces are very simple, and I think they're very cute. I really like the style of them. They have these really big eyelids as well as this little crease line here. I really like the way that there's no black other than, I guess, the little eyelid lines. Like, the eyelashes are actually blue, and I think that creates a really cute effect with her face. It makes, I don't know, it's just very sweet. And all of the dolls have the exact same expression. I think it works really, really well for this character, but I wish that they did maybe have different expressions. Although they do come with that extra head, so, you know. Anyway, by the way, I don't know if that's a thing with all of them. I haven't paid that much attention, but this is a little heart. And the reason that this little thing won't stay properly is because no matter which way you put it, front or back, it is supposed to go under these bows, not over them, and there's too much fabric here to make it, like, stay down, so it kind of just wants to float, so you kind of have to really position it right. And since neither of her eyes is covered, you can see them, and you can also see the big eyelids, which you can't really see in the others, and she is absolutely adorable. She has this little middle piece, her hair is off to the side, and then she's got these little curly pieces in the front. Her hair is very short as well. It's kind of like a little curled in bob, and then she's got these cute little pigtails coming off the sides with cute little bows as well. Her little choker, as you can see, I had to reattach the bone onto it using the putty that she came with because the glue had come off while I was dressing her. But this is what it looks like. It's made out of a pleather material. It's really nice. You do have to take the head off to put it on. And I really like the bone piece, so I'm glad that the putty is actually holding it on. If that was just a regular fabric, it would not hold on nearly as well. So I'm glad it happens to be pleather. That's just a coincidence, though. This dress piece is extremely impressive. I wish that the little ribbon was hemmed, but I believe it's a burned edge, so it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. And I love the little sailor collar on this. It does have a full Velcro back, so it's easy to put on. A lot of these BJDs just expect you to figure it out and put it on like a real human clothing piece, which is quite difficult with doll clothing, especially because most of them are not stretchy at all. So I appreciate the Velcro, although it does take away from the realism, which I don't mind. I want the realism taken away if it means it'll be an easier experience for me. And I love that the ribbon is actually sewn on. It is not a printed detail. And the dress itself has a little cross in the front and center, and it is an ironed-on piece. I love the shape of the sleeves. They're really big, and then they're gathered. And there's even a little trim in there, and then there's a trim on the edge as well. And there's also a little panel to act as kind of like an undershirt under there. She has two little socks on. This one's made out of a sock material. It's very thick, and this one is very thin and made out of kind of like a really high quality pantyhose material, I guess. I love this material. I love that they used it on socks on multiple of the characters. I think it's only two, but it's really, really nice. I wish this was on more dolls. It works amazing. And this shoe is a little bit more difficult to put on, and it gaps in the back because of the thicker sock, but the shoe does go on, despite this one being way thinner, so that's pretty nice. And then she also has little leg warmers that you can put over the socks. And her shoes are kind of like a periwinkle color with little light blue straps and white buckles painted on. And by the way, that's what the bottom looks like if you're curious. Very, very cute outfit. Extremely cute doll. I am very, very impressed with this one. Honestly, I might just cut the elastic off and then putty that to the head. I think it would look better than having the little elastic piece. But I'll get into it because some of these other characters do not, like their little head accessories will not stay on with the putty. So maybe I need to rethink that a little bit. And yeah, very, very cute. I really like this one. Our next doll, I think, is my favorite, and her name is Star Picking. And her little poem says, "The uninhabited city, the intoxicating night, and the wilderness filled the streets. Crossing the stars is a gilded, free night." So, anyway, that out of the way, here is Star Picking. I love this outfit. It's so cute. Is it the highest quality outfit? the pieces aren't necessarily, except for the jacket. The jacket, I think, is the highest quality piece of all of these dolls, in my opinion anyway. But the other pieces aren't, like, as amazing, I guess. But this doll's just overall look is so, so cool. So, as usual, we're gonna get started by deconstructing her a little bit so that you guys can see the full picture with her face. And on this one, I'm noticing the blushing, and it is present on the other two, but for some reason, I think it's more prominent on this one for some reason. I also did switch out the filming light, so if you're noticing a difference, it's because my other filming light broke, so I opened the new one that I got. Anyway, she has a little star in her eye, and I like this a lot. I really like the contrast of the yellow against the blue. I think it looks really, really cute, and all of the others have a black or white accent, I'm pretty sure, so this one just really, really stands out in a good way. And this one, as well as the puppy one that we did before, I don't know why I'm developing this weird as like a Alaskan accent sometimes. Anyway, her and the puppy one are the cutest with this face, in my opinion. So yeah, then I'm just gonna stick her little hair pieces back on, and I want to show you these little sunglasses because I'm going to take them off. I do really like these, and they are the feature that gives her that like animal thing going on, but they just will not stay on. Also, how cute is it that the star is in the lens to match with the one on her eye? Isn't that so fun? So the idea for these is that you were supposed to use the mounting putty to stick it on, but it just won't happen because they are a pliable plastic, so they just, even though it is pliable and it bends easily, it's going to have a tendency to want to straighten out, and you can see it actively doing it right now as we stand here and talk about it. So unfortunately they don't stay on, and I do think they complete the outfit, so I'm gonna have to like actually glue them on. I think hot glue would hold and not be permanent. It would still peel right off, and so I'm going to roll all of the mounting putty out of her hair. And you can see a big problem with having an accessory like that on in a situation where the paint isn't well sealed, because look, it left a bunch of black marks. And some of this is the mounting putty that's just needs to be like washed off, but there are serious marks on the hair that do not come off because it's scraped off of the glasses. So that's a huge disappointment, and I really hope if they continue doing dolls that they fix that for the next wave. Clearly there's a way to fix this because it's not as prevalent in, say, Nendoroids, who also have hair that feels just like this. Anyway, this doll is the best hairstyle in my opinion. It is so, so cute. She has a half up, half down situation. She's also got this yellow to blue ombre. I'm such a sucker for this ombre that they do. I think it looks so, so good on these plastic haired dolls. And you can see that they even did it at the edges of the ponytail and the bottom of the hair in the back as well. And the way that the hair was sculpted just looks really fantastic. And I love it. I do wish that there were more of these that have like wigs, like just actual rooted hair or something, but I understand why they're doing the plastic hair and it fits what they're doing. But I do know that some companies, I don't know about this one, do sell a bald cap that you can put on as opposed to this piece so that you can actually just put wigs on. So if that's something you'd be interested in, look into that. I don't think that these have it. I've never seen it, but it is an option, and I hope that I can do it for some of mine because I just prefer like actual hair, but this is very cute too, and it's fun to have something different sometimes. Anyway, her outfit, again, is my favorite. She has a choker, this really cool chain halter on her little bandeau top, which is, look at this. It's got this interesting faux fur situation, but it's not like faux fur. It's kind of like a Webkins almost, these little fibers that just stick off. And yeah, really cute, and I love the material. It's so unique. The textures used on the different materials on these dolls are so interesting, and it is attached with Velcro, which made my life 1,000 times easier. Her little shorts are a little bit too small for her. This might just be mine. So they'll Velcro, but then once I start posing her at all, they will come right apart, and they don't fully Velcro, but they are a really cute piece regardless. You can see that they are just like a faux denim material. It's simple, and I like that the white and the black grains are crossing, so it gives it a really neat effect. And then she has this little belt. This is not the edge of the belt. It's actually another piece that is wrapped around and then sewn into place on the back. And yeah, it's a pleather material. It's got actual hardware. That is really cool. Unfortunately, the shorts do shed a lot. I've already removed some of these threads already, so I might put some fray checker on that. I do think that's intentional, but because they're so small, it's really hard to get like an intentional looking like shredding, and also they're not shredded on the artwork, so maybe it's not intentional. Okay, she has this jacket. It's amazing. I will say that because of the stringing issue with these dolls, this jacket is really difficult to put on without causing problems, and because even if you do fix the stringing issue as much as you can before just restringing them all together, the arms will be super loose in there, and the jacket's heavy, so it makes it even worse. But, I mean, that's a sacrifice that's going to come with high quality, heavy materials like this on a doll that's posable. It happens with, say, like Rainbow High and Monster High dolls too, and those are more mechanical jointed as opposed to ball jointed. But this jacket rocks. Look at this. It even has like printed on areas, like this little scratches. And this is a real working zipper. It really does work. It really does close and zip up. Here's the jacket all zipped up. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to do, so I did it off camera, but it functions really well. It's very nice, and it's extremely cute. Oh, I made it come out again. Yeah, it's a little tricky to get those threads lined up. She also has this garter. This one falls down pretty easily, but I could attach some putty to make it stay a little better. You can see it has a white little heart as the hardware, and then it is pleather. And there are more pleather belts on her leg warmers, which are really, really cool. They're supposed to be a little bunched, I think. And they are yellow faux fur. They look amazing, and I love them. They match with the hair, by the way, with the yellow and blue, which I love that it calls that back. And there's gold hardware on the leg warmers. I don't know why they did gold and then silver everywhere else. And everybody else, I'm pretty sure, has silver too. So this was intentional. I don't know. Yeah, very cool. It makes it a little tricky to put these on though, because the belts are not sewn in here. They're only sewn on the back, but wasn't really that difficult. And then her shoes are actually not detailed at all. They're the same shoes, but they're not painted. And yeah, I love this one. Star is my favorite one, I think. I just wish she could wear her little sunglasses. I feel like they're needed. But you could put it on her face, but honestly don't, because the paint scratches off too easily. So it would definitely get on the face, and that would be very sad. Our next doll is Quiet Wilderness, and look how cute she is. She is the only one with long pants, and I really like how they look, especially with the shape of the legs. It is so, so cute. So this is her character art. And the back of the card says, a masquerade dance where cups are pushed and cups are exchanged, and the hustle and bustle builds weariness. Run away. The quiet words of the wilderness can weave a sky of a different world for me. So this is Quiet Wilderness. I'll let that speak for itself. Okay, so this is what she looks like. I love her. That, by the way, is a separate necklace. It is not attached to the outfit. It's so, so cute. This little cross doesn't like to stay facing downward, though, because it's very light. She's so cute. Look at her. Okay, so starting off, let's take a look at the face. Her face has a skull in the eye, but otherwise, just like all the others. And the eyes are gray. They look great. Yeah, so put the head back on and we'll take a look at the hairstyle. So this is not actually attached. You can take it off. It is one of the pieces that you attach with the mounting putty, and her hairstyle is really, really cool. I love these little like bow bun things with the extra coming out the top and the flared outward pieces at the bottom, and it actually does have paint at the bottom to make a darker gray effect, and they even did it here too, and it looks so cute, and of course on the front as well. And I do like that I can take off the little accessories if I want to. It's really neat that you can reposition them or trade them between characters, but because of the way it's done with the mounting putty, it's really hard to get it not to show. She also comes with these cat ear headphones as her little animal ear accessory, and these are really loose and they don't quite fit the way they should, but they are extremely cute, and I could use the mounting putty to actually make it stay. I don't know why I'm calling that today. Like, it's called sticky tack. At least that's what I normally call it. Anyway, I love this outfit. I think it's so cute. So this is actually 3 separate pieces. So you have the necklace as its own piece, you have this sweater thing as its own piece, and then you have this undershirt. And I love it. I feel like these would be really fun to mix and match with if you have a lot of doll clothes this size, and all of the pieces are really nice. I will say that this piece, it's just like a strip of fabric sewn together. There's nothing too special about it, but I mean, it's an undershirt. It gets the job done, and I'm glad that it was a separate undershirt. That is refreshing. This one did not have Velcro. You actually did have to stretch this over, but it wasn't difficult at all. It's very stretchy. And the little cropped sweater thing is so cute, and it did have Velcro to make it easy to attach. And then her little necklace is just a metal cross. Really cute. And then her pants are held up by a belt, and that's about it. They are those types of pants that have the cutouts here. I love that. It's so cool. I don't really see it in dolls very much. I think I've seen it in 2 other dolls ever. One is an OMG and one is a Stylista's doll, I think. So pretty cool. You can see they used that faux denim material here. It is hemmed, but there are some loose threads you'll probably have to pull out when you first get them. And the hemming here is really nice, and I'm glad that it's there. And you can see that this is sewn together the way actual jeans are, which is really above and beyond. That is really cool that they did it like that. And the belt is that pleather material again. It has an actual little buckle as the hardware. And then this chain is really nice. It's not cold to the touch though, so this is probably just plastic that is metallized or made to look like metal, whatever the term would be. She actually does have ripped jeans, and they look great, or distressed jeans, I should say. Really cute. And they stand the best pigeon-toed because of the way their sculpt is, and I think these pants look the best. It's so precious. And then she has this little heart here, which actually matches with the heart that's on another one of their outfits, right? I swear. Yeah, like similar. It's not the same though. And then her shoes are white, and they're just all white. Nothing crazy going on with these. And yeah, very, very cute. Just a common problem among all of these is that their little headpieces just cause problems or don't stay on at all. Our next character is Awakening from Drunkenness, and I'm very curious what her poem is going to be. The chaotic and empty desire fills the delicate corners of the city. The gods allow me to break away from love. Standing alone on a cold, high platform is the freedom that I have pursued in an unparalleled way. I'm thinking this doesn't mean drunken. I think it's trying to say, like, you've become lucid. I think this translated wrong, but I'll check. I'll find out. Maybe. I'll try. But yeah, this name is very unusual. And this is the doll. She is very cute. So again, let's take off the face so that we can take a look at it. And I just love the hearts in the eyes. So she doesn't have an asymmetrical thing going on like everybody else does, but I really like it. I like that she has the hearts in both of her eyes, and yeah, just like all the others. I wish there was more variation. I'm going to say that again. A different facial expression. Like, imagine her, because she has the, like, drunkenness thing. I don't think that's actually intended, but imagine if she had, like, a half smile or, like, a wiggly smile. Something related to, like, her little, like, lover thing that she has going on. So, so cute. Anyway, her little headpiece, I really like the shape of, because it actually, like, sticks out, and I think it's supposed to. Yeah, so it's supposed to stick out like that to look like a little bandana tied around her head, I guess. And then she has her little cat ears on there as well. I do think that those are glued on, so you have to be really careful because this is a stretchy fabric, and if you do stretch it where those ears are, they will come off because the glue will be like, oh, I'm not attached to all these new fibers that have appeared. Anyway, she also has these two little hair clips that are attached with the putty, and you just want to be careful with that so it doesn't scratch the paint, like what happened, or transfer paint, I should say. And yeah, her hairstyle is really cute, actually. I love that it has this little piece pulled over here, although it does make it where this doesn't want to stay on. Like, this is great, but on this side it wants to pull forward. So she's got some hair down here. You can see it's got that ombre effect, just getting to a darker pink, and I love the shade of pink that they chose for her hair. She has a teeny tiny little piggy tail on the side, or ponytail I should say, and then the bottom is just like a little bit curly. It's got a little bit of like texture to it. Very, very cute. The long-haired ones have a little bit more trouble posing because they have long hair in the way, just so you know. So if you're doing like sitting poses or laying poses, these ones have trouble. But you can change their hair out if you want. She has her little choker that has a little buckle on it. I love the like little details, like all the hardware and things. It's so nice. Her tank top is just like the one that the last character was wearing, except hers has the little ironed on heart piece. It's really smooth. Like, I'm enjoying touching it. And yeah, looks like that. She has arm warmers that are made out of that really nice material that was used on that other one's sock that I liked so much before. And yeah, they are made to look like they are laced up. The gathered trim on the top and the bottom of each of the arm warmers is a lovely touch as well. And she also has that going on with the little socks, which we'll get into. But first, we have her skirt. Now, this is a problem with all of these. They don't have a piece of ribbon to keep the skirt in place. Most dolls will have a ribbon here that's just there. Instead of making it a full skirt, and that just makes it where it doesn't twist and it stays like down where it's kind of supposed to. But this one doesn't have that, so it rides up really bad and it twists around and stuff, but it's kind of supposed to look like this. I love this skirt. I love the color of the little trim that they did here. It's really nice. It is a little bit more see-through than you would want on a skirt, but I mean, it's a little doll. It's not obvious on the doll. And I do have a pretty intense light and it's not that see-through. She has a plastic chain here and this little plastic piece of hardware, as well as this cute little bag. How cute is that? Just a little coffin bag. And then she does have this garter that slips down all the time, but it's very, very cute, and I'm glad that she has it. It's just one of those things, like, if you want an accessory like that, that's what's going to happen, unless you, like, paint it on, I guess. And then she has 2 different socks, a black one with pink crosses on it and a white one with a little laced effect. And then she has 2 different shoes. One is pink with black and the other one is black with pink. And both of them have white painted on buckles. So yeah, that is Awakening from Drunkenness. Now it's time for our last character. Here she is, our last character, the special bunny girl, and it already happened. Yeah, her headpiece drives me crazy, and we will get to that, but that's what it looks like. Yeah. Anyway, this is cyanosis? The infection of cyan? Like, I don't know. Anyway, butterfly wings tremble lightly, playing the wilderness of a free life. Sure. Okay, so we're going to start off by taking a look at her face, but I also want to point out that her head accessory is really frustrating. I don't want the putty to show, so I'm not going to put substantially more, but this is already more than I would normally use, and it just will not stay in place. They're just too heavy to be held by the putty. This is, in my opinion, the most problematic of all of their accessories. This one is super frustrating, and it's kind of a big part because all of them are supposed to have some kind of animal ears. And I mean, the sunglasses one was pretty bad too. Anyway, she has a little butterfly in her eye. She also has a butterfly on her outfit. I don't know if that is part of the Chinese characters that were used to make her name or if it's just a motif that she has going on. She has heterochromia. She's got gray and red eyes and yeah, same face as everybody. She also has this little hair clip that is attached with the putty. These things are great. Like the putty works perfectly for those and even for like eyes that you would put in the head, like little things like that. Great. But for things like these ears, it's just not a good idea. But anyway, the ears are extremely cute. I'm just gonna have to find another solution. I'll probably hot glue or something because hot glue peels off fairly easily and normally doesn't cause any problems. I'm not personally recommending you do that. Do your research and figure out if that's what you want to do, but that's probably what I'm going to do. I love her hair. I really like the red color that they chose and the way that it fades to black. Also, the shape of it is really nice too. As always, the sculpts on the hair on these dolls is always so nice, and I love the little ponytail. All right, I'm going to take this off now. So her outfit in her artwork shows her jacket around her kind of elbows, like she's just holding it. And I can't really get that to happen because the jacket is a really nice quality, stiffer fabric. So when you try to pull it down, it just wants to go back up. So I have it kind of off the shoulder, but that's why I have it like that in case you're wondering. Really high quality, well done piece. It's made out of that pleather material again. It's just gorgeous. It seems like the type of material that won't peel. It feels like an actual pleather that, well, it could peel, but it feels like more of like a human clothing grade pleather than doll pleather usually is, if that makes any sense. But it might still peel. I don't know. That time will tell, I guess. I hope that it doesn't because they do use it on quite a few of these dolls, but the jackets are the like biggest pieces that do it. So I guess it's, even if that does happen, it's not as serious. Her skirt likes to drift around like everybody else's, so please excuse that. I think it's supposed to be like this. Anyway, her top is awesome. It is this little embroidered butterfly attached to, oh my god, I didn't realize that was fuzzy. Oh my gosh, just a little fuzzy crop top. That is such a cool attention to detail. They did not have to do that because you can't even see it. Oh, and I love the way they did the embroidered butterfly. It's so cool. So cool. Her skirt is awesome. I love this piece. Another favorite, specifically this layer, is just so cool. And I love the chains. I love the little pearl beads. Like, this is so nice. Look at the trim. It's gorgeous, and it holds its shape really well, too. It's just that it drives me nuts because it wants to turn around all the time. But, yeah, very cute piece. And then this was actually the first one that I dressed, and I was so pleasantly surprised by the material of this sock. I was just like, oh, and they used it on multiple of these dolls. I love it. I think 3 different ones have this sock material. It's so nice. And then she also has these knit leg warmers, and they have bunnies on one and little like crosses on the other. These are X's. They're meant to look like stitching probably. And then she has this really cute like pinky red color to the little straps on her shoes, but otherwise they are gray. And then they have black buckles, which is kind of unusual. And yeah, that's it. So now let's get to our final thoughts. All right, here are all of the dolls, and that is it for this review. Again, huge thank you to Kikagoods for sending me these dolls for review. I really enjoyed them, and although I definitely think there's some problems, and I think these are not beginner-friendly dolls, I really do recommend them. For the price, just the clothing makes them worth it. Just the clothing. The design's beautiful. The accessories are really nice too. I like that they come with the extra head. I'm gonna have a lot of fun just trying to see, like trying my hand at customizing and not feeling super pressured about it because I have 6 of these. And also it gives me room to buy some resin eyes and start like getting into customizing a little bit. So I really like that they come with those, but I'm very curious what the justification was. There are problems with these dolls, but I think for the most part, the problems are fixable. I think the stringing issues can be fixed using just a restringing. I think it's that simple. I do think that it's annoying that it seems like across the board they are stringing these a little bit too loose. By the way, this is not Kikagoods. Kikagoods is a distributor. They distribute lots of different products. They do not make them. I want to make that clear. So these are made by a different company entirely. But anyway, I think they really needed to string them more, and I hope that they get that criticism from the Chinese audience and they're able to adjust that for the next launch. I really hope that they do another line. I think their artists and designers are really, really good. I think the people that designed the actual clothing and picked out the fabrics and stuff did an incredible job, especially for dolls this size. All of the fabrics were well chosen, and even fabrics like this, they balanced having them be too thick or too heavy and having them actually look realistic. And although it makes posing a little bit difficult in terms of these two, it's not that big of a deal, and you can still pose them, especially if you were to restring them. So yeah, and so many of them come with little hardware and little necklaces and their little accessories that you put on with the mounting putty. There's also that doll coming with an entire syringe for some reason, and her dress being really, really cool. These are just awesome. These are so, so cool. There are a lot of negatives that I talked about before, but I don't think any of them are so major that it means that these dolls are not worth it. Again, especially for the $20 price point, I almost hope that they bump the price up a little bit, not Kikagoods as a distributor, obviously, but the company. I hope that they boost the cost of production just a little bit for the next line, and they're able to make these as polished as I think they should be. It definitely feels like these are close, but I'm thinking it's their first doll line, so it makes sense that they wouldn't foresee these sorts of issues. Also, I just really want to re-emphasize this in case you didn't watch that part. The articulation has these really cool little metal pieces inside so that you can hold poses that you wouldn't otherwise be able to hold. It's really interesting. It makes it where they can actually sit, unlike other BJDs, which is really cool. That's how I have her sitting like that. She's not actually balanced against anything. That's just her. So cool. Anyway, let me know which one is your favorite. I have an obvious favorite. I love, 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 love her. I think her outfit is the best. I think her face is the best. Or not her. Yeah, because I like the star. I think her hair is the best. She's just so cool, and she really stands out in the lineup too, which I really enjoy. Anyway, that is it for this one for all this time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.